question. I'll get to that in a second. So, one, the first way that I would suggest to find a D&D group is to ask your friends if you have them. Everyone has friends, right? For the most part. Feels bad, man, if you don't. So, if you have friends, even if they're not nerdy, try convincing them to play a game with you. They'll probably like it. If it's something that they might be into, then try and drag them around to playing around a table with you, just for one session. You know, just give them a one shot, see if they like it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. You've lost nothing, right? The worst that can happen is your friends call you a nerd, which they already know that you're a nerd. So, you know, there's that. Okay, so that's the first one. Because I get asked this all the time. I just want to have a video on YouTube which explains this. Number 2, go to the local nerd store. Go to your comic book store, your Games Workshop, attend a Magic the Gathering night. There are these kind of peoples around that like playing D&D. Nerdy people just like us are all over the world in such places like nerd stores. So go to the local comic book store, ask around, ask what the local D&D scene is like to the store owner or manager. He can probably put you in touch. Yeah, you could even play at work. Third, college campuses. There are groups for just this kind of thing. I was talking to Timothy from Experience Points the other day, and he was saying they're just a haven for finding groups just like this, because there are people with loads of time, loads of free time, passion for D&D. So imaginary friends count. So go to try a college campus. They probably have a group for that, or like a society or something like that. Number 4, and these are options that if you're looking for online play, the Roll20 looking for game forums. So go to roll20.net, go to looking for game forums, nerd stores where you can buy nerds, exactly. Go to the Roll20 looking for game. When you're applying, there are going to be a million different applications on there for different games. There's going to be loads of games on there, but it's flooded with too many players to too few DMs, basically. Not enough games for too many people. So, here is some advice for when you do apply for that, because a lot of people have applied and they said they haven't got in a game of Dungeons and Dragons. They've applied a million times, so on and so forth. I'm sure a lot of you guys have had similar problems in the past. So, here's my advice for when applying. Write as much information as possible, but be as concise as you can be. Consider this to be an interview. You are trying to sell yourself, metaphorically, and if you don't, then you're unlikely to get a place. Because if there are 50 people applying, then all you have to do is just take your favorite one. You know, if I'm the DM and I'm like, okay, 50 people applied, well, this guy wrote a load of stuff, I don't want to read through all that. This guy barely wrote anything, he doesn't seem very interested, then, you know, I don't care, right? But if you have, what's up, G? You've gone out, you've written a nice kind of paragraph, concise, with all the information that they've asked for, be sure to put all the information that they asked for, because they might ask for your webcam, your microphone, they might ask for who you are, how old you are, where you live, what your D&D experiences are. Then go ahead and put that information. Be sure not to miss out. Many people do. Apply to as many posts as possible. You get into a formula of doing them. It's just like seeking a job, basically. Eventually, you will strike gold. It's just a matter of time when you do so. Make sure you have a good camera, microphone, definitely a microphone. Camera is usually kind of like optional for some of these games. So yeah, have a try at that. If that fails, try going on the Reddit looking for games. So just type Reddit LFG into Google and you'll come up with a forum. You can search for all the forums. You can post your own one there looking for a game in this area or online. And Reddit is, I've had a lot of success with Reddit before as well. So that is another way. So the other one as well, there's been some success I've heard on meetup.com, which is our 6th option. So you can try meetup.com for real life games in your area. If you're looking for stores, groups, hobby communities and stuff like that, try meetup.com. And then finally, if your every other option has failed, nothing has worked, nothing has worked out of those previous 6 options, then one final thing you can do, if you're looking for an online game, or basically a game anywhere, just tweet at me, tweet at Encounter Roleplay, and I will retweet a looking for game tweet. So if you're like, I'm looking for a game in this area, does anyone want to play, tag at Encounter RP, that's my Twitter, I'll drop it in the chat for you guys. There we go, so Twitter, there we go. Then I will happily retweet. There's a bunch of people who follow me that are into D&D and might be looking for a game. People have done that before and said that they found groups and games. So go ahead and follow me, retweet it, and yeah, I will happily try and help you guys out personally if you're having some trouble. The other way as well, we have a Discord. Go into our Discord. There is a looking for game section in our Discord where you can post inside and be like, I'm looking for a game, does anyone want to play? There are regular one-shots ran within our Discord, and so it's pretty easy to find a game within there. Obviously, it's not like, you know, there's still competition from other people, but still, you know, it's not the end of the world. Also, the 9th option, which I have for you guys, is the tavern. So if you can't, for whatever reason, find any luck whatsoever in actually playing D&D, we have an alternative to you, and that is the Tavern, which is a 24/7 text-based role-playing server in our Discord channel. You can role-play basically every aspect of D&D other than actually like talking around a table. It's all text-based, you know. So if you're looking for a game and you can't find anything else, I suggest a Tavern, and that would be a good way to do it as well. So that sounds about right, Anito. So I have a Q&A session here, and we'll also get to some more quiz questions in a second. But that is my quick-fire way to finding a D&D group. I didn't want to spend forever on it. But yeah, how would you recommend being a newbie DM and starting an online game? Go to Roll20, post your looking for players ad, and players will flock to it, basically. It's actually fairly easy to find players in comparison to finding a game or a DM. So, yeah, go on the Roll20, make a game, and yeah, have a listing in the Roll20 forums.